Thomas Crapper invented the toilet. That's where the word crap comes from. Fact check.
Remember I ironed a denim skirt when I was younger, and then I put my horn in my pocket and it was a fucking woodlouse, and I had ironed it to death.
I wonder if there ever was like a big Bunsen burner disaster.
I love to chisel things.
I'm over linen as I smell. Oh my god, how many times are we going to talk about bumholes on this podcast? People don't need comedians anymore. We're obsolete.
Anyway, support live comedy. Oh, do you know how many sphincters the body has?
Who?
No.
One.
No, it's like 17 or something.
What even is a fucking sphincter?
Hello.
Hi there. Welcome to Material Girl Podcast, the first of the year.
Yep, happy new year.
How long do you need to say that for?
No, like 2 days.
Aye.
I mean, it was too late, but this is the first time that we'll be addressing the listeners, so it felt rude, don't it?
How was your new year, everybody? How was your Christmas? Seems like a lifetime ago.
How was it?
How was yours, Amanda?
My Christmas?
Aye.
It was fine.
Fine.
It was nice.
What's wrong with her? Sorry, we've got Annie ways a day, but anytime it's not about her,
Aye, she
has to let you know she's wants to be the centre of attention.
You literally are the centre of attention.
I know.
Just go to
She
sleep.
literally is in the centre of us. If you're watching, you'll know that. If you're listening, you won't.
Christmas and New Year was nice. Christmas was at my house. My sister and her partner and Wayne's came here, and my dad came here, and we made dinner, and it was nice.
Right.
Chill.
The usual. And I hate when people ask you what you done for your Christmas. You're like, what the fuck do you think I done?
I just had my dinner.
Aye. Like, that's what I say to them. What the fuck do you think I done? Don't be silly.
This is the first Christmas day I've not actually left the house at all in years, but
Really?
normally would visit.
Oh, yeah, because you were
But
fragile, weren't you? Because
oh no, that's no why, but
that the hair coming off her is really upsetting me. My Dyson's ran out of battery as well. Annie's just walking there to try and knock down all the podcasting
she's
equipment.
literally like, I'm gonna ruin all this.
Anyway, this is a terrible start. Come on.
Sorry. Aye. So
You do
Annie, it's
better.
not my fault. It's really Annie's fault.
It is.
Annie, you bitch.
Um,
All right, she's taking a wee lie down there. That's fine.
right, so this is just running commentary on a dog.
Start again.
Okay.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome back.
We've been away for ages, sorry, but you know, sometimes you just need to. And this.
You just need to, when you do something for free,
when you do something that costs you money.
and it's the holidays, you just kind of think, treat yourself and just don't do that.
Aye.
Do you know?
Yeah. So
That's the
we've
thing.
been away for ages. 'Cause we're no grinders, are we? We're no, Amanda.
No, I don't think we're.
You're we're no grind. We don't buy into the grind and
No.
hustle. We don't buy into all that shite.
I used to.
Did you?
No. I mean, when I used to when it was like, you need to do as many free gigs as you can to get experience, and I would take any old gig.
Do you know something people say as soon as there's been a study done on it, as soon as you start getting paid for something, it just sucks all the fun out of it. That wasn't the scientific explanation, but basically that's it boiled down. Once you start getting paid for something, it scientifically sucks the fun out of it.
It's mental, isn't it?
Aye. It's like something in your brain.
It's like, oh, this is just a transaction now.
Aye. I don't know. I should have read more about it.
Fact check.
We're going to do a new section. We've decided on the podcast that me and Amanda often talk about things that we've completely no fact checked.
Yeah.
So, and we can't be bothered, right? We've not got time.
No got
We're too
time.
busy grinding and
What?
hustling.
Yep.
So we're going to get the listeners to do some fact checking for us.
Please, if you would, that would be so nice.
Aye, so we'll do, what was it I said? Let's just get this out the way, in fact, at the very beginning.
You said that
The thing that I couldn't be asked.
Scotland.
Aye, Googling. Right, let me explain. So I actually voice noted Amanda this. It's really sad. And he's off again. So somebody told me, and I can't remind who it was, that you know how Scotland is like really renowned for its how many inventions there's been. Like we invented the telly and the telephone and all that pish. Penicillin. Which, by the way, penicillin. Do you know how that was invented?
No.
Right, so the guy that invented penicillin,
whose name was... This came up on a quiz on Christmas Day.
did it?
Aye.
I can't remember his name either, right? This guy, anyway, what happened was somebody needs to fact check this as well, actually. He was in his laboratory, right? Aye, just sciencing away, just being a scientist. And I think he was actually researching something else, or like trying to, I don't know, do something else. But he was a messy bastard, and he left his lab in a fucking mess. And when he came back, so I think some mould had grown, and he accidentally discovered penicillin.
So what do you mean it's a mould? I thought it was like a good bacteria.
No, penicillin's a mould.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck?
I know. Some people are allergic to it.
I know, my pal Daniel's allergic to it.
So there you go. Is that no motivation to just sometimes be a messy, lazy bastard? And good things will happen? The universe just went,
I think all
there
the
you
good
are.
I think all the good mould that's going to happen's already happened.
What do you mean?
I think the next accidental mould that comes for something like that is like the last of us is like
Aye.
going to what is like a brain eating zombie type mould.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Or a
Do you know what I
really
mean?
bad thrush infection.
Aye, do you know what I mean?
Is thrush mould?
It's Candida. Is
That's what's going to cause the collapse of the ecosystem. One of us is going to have a really bad case of thrush.
It's a bacterial imbalance, aye.
And it'll be like The Last of Us.
Oh God.
Imagine that's how everything ended.
You're funny.
Because you'd left your pants lying.
God.
Anyway, so listen. No, I wasn't even talking about it in terms of mould. I was just meaning as a lifestyle.
Aye.
I wish I knew his name, but I'm really trying to stop
it
Googling
was
things.
Alexander something.
Try to stop Googling things because of AI.
No, was it? No. I'll find it. I'll go home and I'll read the
Alexander,
the quiz.
it was Alexander
something.
something.
But I'm keep wanting to say Graham Bell, but he's the guy who
Invented the phone.
The telephone.
Thomas Crapper invented the
Thomas Crapper.
toilet.
Crapper?
Aye, I think so.
Are you joking?
I don't know. This
Please.
is like get your rocks off.
Get him off.
Only science.
Thomas Crapper. And that's
Thomas
why people say
Crapper.
I was in the crapper.
Aye.
That's
where the word crap comes from. Fact check. Fact check. Annie knows.
She's like, yes. It'll come back to me. It doesn't even matter. You's listening are probably smarter than us and know what his name. Excuse me? No.
Listen, Alexander Fleming.
Fleming, that was it.
Flem. Do you think that's why people say phlegm as well? We're actually
No.
we're getting to the bottom of a lot of why things are called what they're called.
This is too scientific for me. This is too...
I love science.
We should probably address our t-shirts.
Oh, aye. Wait a minute. One thing at a time.
Right, okay.
I love science.
Do you?
Aye.
Why?
What science subjects did you do at school?
Biology and chemistry.
That's what I done.
Is it?
Aye. And do you know, I went through a spell I liked physics in second year as well.
I don't like physics. It's cool and all that, but I just don't get it.
See, we had a really, really good physics teacher who was really, really strict. And like, for a period, everybody in the class was like pure smart.
Aye, for one period.
For like a period, as in like one period of the day, and
Aye.
literally for a wee while,
All right.
all the BAMs in the class,
Well, like engaging.
because this teacher was just so good, and she did not fuck about, that everybody had respected her, and everybody got like 80% on their test.
That's mad because my first year science teacher was like that,
Aye.
and now I work with him.
Oh, do you?
Aye.
Do you like him?
Aye, I like him. He's a good teacher.
Aye.
He's just a good teacher.
Aye.
He's a good teacher.
Chemistry?
Biology.
What did you like out of chemistry and biology?
I didn't like it.
Any of them?
Any of them really. I liked chemistry. I crashed that. I crashed that in fifth year,
Aye.
and then my teacher died in a fire. So
Was it a chemical fire?
it was a chip pan fire, I believe.
We've spoke about this
Aye.
before.
I think it was a chip pan
That's a
or
shame.
a some sort of oven. He'd try to cook something and he fell asleep. And he died of smoking.
Fell asleep reading your fucking chemistry essay.
Probably.
That just killed a man.
And he died. And I didn't really care about chemistry after that.
Aye.
You know, I was doing it for him because he was such a good teacher.
That's sad, isn't it?
It was
That's really sad.
It was really sad. It was really sad.
Did you go to his funeral?
No. No, it was too. My favourite ever teacher died as well. He was my English teacher. He was amazing. Annie, you're really have some respect for Mr. Martin, please.
Maybe she is. Maybe she's like R.I.P.
She's Mr. Martin reincarnated.
No, listen. I'm sorry for the listeners, because I'm not editing this out because I'm not a grinder.
I don't
Right.
think you'll even hear it that bad.
This dog
Look at her.
is the most contrary little bitch to ever exist. Look at her poor listen to me. She was in the middle of us and we were petting her up a storm, which she usually loves. As soon as we start doing this podcast, she just can't handle it.
She gets down on the flare and just barks because
Aye.
we're no like talking about her.
Aye. Anyway, sorry. I liked biology. I liked learning about mitochondria and plants and all that.
It was alright.
And I liked learning about your esophagus and things.
Aye, it's interesting to know how
That's the
your
two things I remember.
how your body works.
Aye, like all your bodily functions.
Well, oh, do you know how many sphincters the body has?
2,
No,
1.
no, it's like 17 or something.
What even is a fucking sphincter?
It's like your bumhole.
I know, but you can't say that the body has 17 bumholes.
It does. It's got.
Oh my god, how many times have we got to talk about bumholes on this podcast and all?
You have voluntary sphincters like your bumhole, and you have involuntary sphincters that are
Mine's is
inside.
involuntary sometimes.
It is. I've got video evidence of that.
Have you?
I remember that time. Can I say it?
Aye.
When I said you were going to give me a lift home, and you said
Sorry, talk through her.
you had eaten. What had you eaten? We'd eaten something. You said, I'm worried I'm going to shit myself because I ate
Sesame seeds.
sesame seeds, right?
If I eat too many sesame seeds.
Susan made me dinner one night, and then she was driving me home, and she was like, I'm worried I'm going to. She got to the car door and she said, I need to fart, but I'm going to go do it in the bathroom in case I shit myself. And she was away for longer than it would take to fart. And she came back and was like, I was wise to go to the bathroom.
Does anybody else find that with sesame seeds? I think it's because I love them so much. I put so many in that it's just
Are
not
they
right.
like a laxative kind of thing?
Well, for me they are.
I never, no, I've never found that.
Don't make eye contact with her.
Okay. Pure tense game of checking the dog.
Right, I'm going to have to do something. This is too...
Annie, this is very rude.
Annie, where's your ball? Where's your ball? Where's your ball? Where's your ball? Keep ball. Keep ball. Keep ball. Good girl. Give me that. Sorry, people need to listen to this. This is like being on the phone, like to my sister when she had toddlers.
Aye.
She's trying to talk to me, but she's also like talking to them, but she's doing the phone, and it's fucking annoying.
Oh, there she goes. She's sitting there
Yeah,
chewing a
she's
wee
got
toy
to
now.
something. Right, okay.
So you've got involuntary and voluntary sphincters.
So where are these other sphincters?
In your digestive system, mostly. Like for your from your esophagus. Wait, your esophagus is your throat, aye. There you go. Aye, so it's like
Twice
all the way
we've
down
talked about
there.
esophagus.
All the way down there, you've got like, I don't know, 17. You'll need to fact check that also, but
I know.
there's
Talking
quite
about-
a lot of
Just
sphincters.
get a flashback to my body pump class.
What?
And it was like, there was like this song on when we were doing a body pump, obviously. And it was like, all down her esophagus. Like, obviously talking, it was like a guy rapping. He was obviously talking about putting his dick down somebody's esophagus.
That's disturbing as fuck.
I know, because I was like pure doing my squats, like, and there's like old woman next to me and they don't even know that they're like listening to this smut.
This song about a lassie choking on somebody's big dick.
I know.
That's disgusting.
Do you know I've got a really good gag reflex, and that is a waste, isn't it?
What? Because you
That
don't like.
Because I'm it's an ugly area, my esophagus.
Well, I think I think that's alright. I think
I think
despite how good your gag reflex is, you're allowed to say
I just want
keep it out of my esophagus.
I just want everybody to know
Esophagus.
it's like when somebody's blessed with something that they're never going to use. Who like somebody's got a really good talent, but it's just not utilised. It's like
I don't know any people with talent.
I'm like a Jenny Longlegs. I've got poison that I could use to kill people,
You can't sting.
but I can't sting.
Oh.
I've got a great esophagus, but nobody's putting their dick in it.
Fucking hell.
and that's the way I like it,
And
actually.
that's fine. I think that's fine if you want to keep your esophagus
Dick free.
dick free.
How did we go into this?
We were talking about, I don't know. I honestly don't know how we get on to anything we're talking about. We were talking about science, biology, science.
Right. What else can you remember for science? That was. Did you ever do any experiments in class and stuff?
Aye, you would get like, I remember doing an experiment on woodlouse.
Ew, did
Where
you
you
have
had-
to like get a woodlouse?
I multiple woodlouse, and it was like a wee pot thing. It had like 4 chambers, and one of them was like dark and dry, one of them was dark and wet, one of them was light and wet, one of them was light and dry, and it was seeing
It's
what
like your-
conditions.
Just sounds like your period.
I'm on my period. It came last night.
What is it? Dark and dry, light and dry,
It's heavy,
heavy
and
and
wet,
wet, and dark.
and dark, and chunky. Sorry, everybody.
There's something about the word chunky.
I know. I'm sorry. That was way too far. It's disgusting.
Glowing chunks.
It's really heavy and bad. It's terrible. Anyway, it was to see what conditions the woodlouse liked to live in.
Oh, right. And what day they like to live in?
It was like damp and wet, I think.
Aye, that makes sense because you always find them when you lift up a smuddy stone
Aye, or a log
or
or something.
something.
Aye. And it felt pointless because I was like, we all know what they're like.
I know, like, this is pointless.
They've communicated that to us in my lifetime.
Aye.
What is the fucking point in this?
Who came up with this shit? And, like, who went out and got the woodlice?
I don't know. I don't know where they got the woodlice. But there was lots of woodlouse.
That seems horrifying, actually.
I remember I ironed a denim skirt when I was younger, and I thought, oh, there's something in my pocket, but I thought, whatever. And then I put my hand in my pocket, and it was a fucking woodlouse.
Oh, my God.
And I had ironed it to death. It was it was a
It was too dry and hot.
I
It didn't like the conditions.
it was not ideal conditions.
Oh, my
So obviously
God.
died, and I was pure. The fuck! It was pure. Like I just put my hand in my pocket and go a pull with that hang, whatever it was. Out. I just thought it was like a, don't know, like a bit of tinfoil or something. Like I don't know what I thought it was.
Did
Like like a chewing gum or something.
Did you feel guilty?
I felt guilty. I ironed a woodlouse to death, but why were you living in my pocket?
Was it like a wee cartoon? Something gets steamrolled.
It was pure
Flat.
Aye, it was pure flat.
Oh my God. I might clip this, Amanda, so that the listeners can tell us about their weird science experiments. I think the weirdest I ever got in my class was like you put your hands on the ball and your hair went. like that.
Aye, we done that and all.
The static
I
electricity.
was scared of that because
That's scary,
I'm
aye.
quite prone to getting a shock.
But you put your hands on the ball, and then your
Oh.
hair would like.
But then you're
Go.
supposed to touch other people and you
Aye.
would get you would pass the electricity through them.
Aye, that's
And you
right.
get a shock. Aye.
Aye.
It's horrible.
And the other one I can remember is magnesium with something, and it was like a spark.
I remember us putting liver, some sort of liver or something in some sort of solution, I can't remember, and it all pure foaming up.
Eh,
I know.
it's disgusting.
Wee chunks of animal liver.
Ugh.
Ugh.
You's got really into the whole animal. I don't think we ever had
had
experiments on
animals?
animals. No, that's only something I ever saw like on like the telly in America. They've got like frogs they dissect and all this shit.
Sorry, I just remembered I set fire to something once when we were doing a Bunsen burner thing. And pure screaming and my teacher coming in and just like sorting it out. But it being pure embarrassing.
What did you set fire to?
Can't remember.
Fringe.
No, it was like something to do with the experiment that wasn't meant to be on fire.
How mental is it that you're allowed a Bunsen burner?
I know.
We could have blown up the school.
I know, just the
So
fact they
there's
had gas
Gas fire right in front of you. These feral wains that will do anything for a laugh. I'm surprised that we didn't.
literally anything for a laugh.
I wonder if there ever was like a big Bunsen burner disaster. I'm not
we'd know
googling
about
it.
it. I think we'd know about it. I think if there was, they would have been banned.
You never know. It might get covered up
If
by
there
the
was
Bunsen burner lobby.
common sense amongst the education.
Why is it called Bunsen burner?
I don't know if it's a good
It's such a good name.
Bunsen burner, Bunsen.
I remember my science teacher, right? This is what I remember about science. Had this fucking horrible one of the science teacher in like second year, right? And we were all full of carry on and somebody stole one of they. Do you remember? It was like a wee thing you would squirt water out of. It had a wee
Aye, the wee pip things.
Aye. Pip, is that what it's called?
Aye, the wee pipettes.
Pipettes, right?
Aye.
Somebody had stole one of them. We were all squishing each other with them, right? And then at the end, the teacher counted them, and there was one missing. So somebody pocketed one, wasn't me? And the teacher kept us all back, right? Collectively punish the lotties, which is against international law, but he obviously didn't respect it, much like now nobody respects international law. Nothing's changed. But he kept us all back and was pure, I hope you're happy. Do you know that that's against the 10 Commandments, thou shalt not steal, and all that. It's pure, somebody's going to go to hell and all that.
Did he get his pipette back?
No, I never got it back.
Fuck off.
I know.
They did that in woodwork in my school, which I think's fair enough because they're actual like weapons and stuff. Like if there's a tool missing, for all the tools get
Oh,
counted in
right.
each class.
But
it's not a plastic cheap pipette that costs 20p or whatever it was.
Mine fucking tech.
I
It's
loved
mad.
it,
I hated it. Like,
and I love.
sawing things and
No,
fucking,
I love going with my wains that I work with to the techie class.
I hated techie class.
I love it.
I didn't even know they still done it.
I love to chisel things. I would gladly spend a whole week in a techie room just try to build something.
Amanda, you should be a tech teacher. Like, can you specialise?
I'm no good at that. I'm no good at it. I just enjoy it.
Doesn't matter if you're good or no.
I think it does. I think when you're teaching it, it kind of does.
That's mad because I could think of nothing worse.
Oh, it's just fun. It's fun. And you're just doing your own thing and you can put music on and just saw away and chisel away at things.
But it's always shite. As you say, we've got no skill.
You get better and better. I'm getting better.
Better and better.
Getting better and better.
What's that out of?
No.
It's a song.
Better and better.
Aye. I'm just really trying to stop Googling things. Better and better. If anybody knows.
We don't know anything about anything.
Let us know.
Sorry, I can't.
Better.
What is this?
What?
The kind of tubes.
Oh, I ordered. Right. Oh, we should mention. I'm in my living room still. We're not back in the wee podcast studio because I have spent quite a lot of my time off trying to refurb the room on a shoestring budget. So my brother kindly donated a couple of chairs to us. So I was rug doctoring them yesterday.
Oh, it looked so good.
Rug doctor is just like the
Was it good?
carpet cleaner.
Or were you bored?
See, to start with, amazing. After about 2 minutes, notion had worn off.
Oh, right, okay.
Hard work.
Aye.
It's quite satisfying seeing all the dirt coming out.
Aye. Just sucking all the dirt out.
Aye. But I feel like it's made the chairs smell damp.
Aye, but they'll dry. They'll be alright. They'll be clean.
Right.
They'll bit that in between a bit, they know.
Hopefully.
Just get some Febreze.
Anyway, Febreze is on the BDS boycott list.
Oh no. Oh.
I don't believe in Febreze anyway. I don't believe in it. Oh, your house is manky, just fucking squish it with this Febreze.
Eliminating odours.
Wash hangs. That's how to eliminate odours.
I know what you're saying. I didn't realise they were on the list. Not that I regularly buy Febreze or whatever, but just I like the smell of it. No, I can't.
I don't like the smell of it. It's chemical
I
smelling.
do like the smell of it. It's very the linen one.
I'm over linen as a smell.
Right, okay.
By the way, these expensive candles that you're buying with your linen, right? Just dry your fucking washing out your radiator.
I know, or what I sometimes do is put like a strong concentrated disinfectant on my radiator. A scented one. When you turn the radiators on, the smell radiates the house. I like say you get a concentrated disinfectant bottle, you know, that you would dilute.
Does that not just smell like a public toilet?
No, because it's no public toilet.
Why did I say a public toilet?
Oh no, I don't know why you said
we don't even have public toilets anymore. The Tories took them away.
Can't even have a shit in public now.
Don't go out if you've ate too many sesame seeds.
You don't deserve.
There's no public toilets.
You'll need to go into an establishment, buy something.
Everything's monetised, even shits and pish.
You want to go in the train station? 20p or 50p or whatever, I don't know. I always just jump the barrier.
There should have been a protest where people just shat outside that.
I know, but who wants to be that? Who wants to lead that protest?
It's a dirty protest, and do you know what?
No, I
respect a dirty protest.
I just step out the barriers.
Aye.
If I would avoid the toilets if I could, but if I really need to go, I'm climbing it.
Sometimes there's an attendant.
No, all the time. Normally, if see, it's like Queen Street, it'll be coming back from Edinburgh or something like that, like late at night, and there's normally no.
I remember being in London and pure bursting and literally no toilets anywhere. You couldn't even get into a cafe and buy something because there was no toilets in the cafe. They're not required to have like a toilet. It's terrible.
Terrible.
That's the world we live in. But hence the t-shirts we're wearing. Amanda's Christmas gift, I don't know if you can see, is
well, they can see.
But Daddy, I love him.
They are really nice t-shirts actually. I just think the colour.
I actually saw them and they're coming up on my suggested to buy. They were coming up on mine as well, so we must be watching the same.
We're consuming
anti-establishment, anti-capitalism, pro
eat the rich, pro kill the bad guys. Sorry, I just love, but right, the world is just a horrible, terrible place, right? Mm-hmm. And I just love, like, I cackle like an evil wee witch when I see a bad thing happen to a bad person. I'm sorry, but that brings me joy.
I know.
And if that makes me a bad person, then not, doesn't it?
Fine.
Do you know what I mean?
Aye. Like that guy that was greeting about his fucking
James
mansion.
Woods, aye.
What is he, a CNN?
An actor.
Oh, is he an actor?
Mm-hmm.
Who was on CNN?
Don't know.
Like
He's-
the American.
They always take the piss at him on Family Guy.
Do they?
Aye.
So he, if you don't know, right, because of all the like forest fires, is that the right name for them?
Wildfires.
Wildfires. I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at me.
As if LA's like a pure tropical forest.
The wildfires in like the Palisades, right? And there's all these people. There's both rich people and ordinary people whose houses have been burned down. I don't know why I'm reporting this like nobody would know about this. If you don't know about this, then do you know what? Stop listening to this podcast because you're too stupid. Even for me. Slide into my DMs.
That's awfully stupid. No. Which
Um,
is terrible, right? That's terrible. Because the planet's on fire
Yep.
because of global warming.
Mm-hmm.
And poor innocent people are losing everything. I saw a really cute video actually, a guy going back to the rubble of his house and finding his dog alive. Oh my god, it was so good.
Do you think it was real or set up?
Oh please, I don't know. I thought it was real. It seemed real. The dog was like pure poked its wee head out the rubble.
I don't believe
And
it.
the guy, oh,
I hate me. I hate running
I hate you.
wee things.
Aye, okay. I don't know.
Sounds fake.
The dog did look pretty good.
Somebody fact check that.
What the fuck, Susan? I'm trying to just
Have a moment.
grab joy where I
Aye.
can. And this.
So, sorry for ruining that one wee shining light.
Yeah.
So it's on fire, right? And then you've got this guy who's an actor who months ago had said on Twitter or something about what's happening in Gaza. No mercy, no forgiveness or something, like kill
No
them all.
ceasefire.
No ceasefire.
Kill them all.
That's it, no ceasefire. Kill them all. Hashtag kill them all, right? And then he's on. You think he would have their self-awareness? That just shows you how unself-aware these people are. Like, to go on telly crying about his mansion being burned down.
I know.
It's like, one day you've got a pool.
It's just gone.
You're, oh, boo fucking who? Are we up to Cruise Leisure Centre like the rest of you fucking old cunt?
What do you get a pool? Like, that's just such a stupid
I know,
thing
pure
again.
hashtag relatable. But, I know, pure,
No.
oh no, my
When
pool.
I saw him greeting, I was literally...
I was so happy.
I was honestly like, I was just thinking about it now, I'm like, I actually feel joy.
Aye.
I've not felt joy for a long time.
I mean, I don't believe in divine retribution, but that is pretty.
So good.
That was pretty instant karma.
Well, it took a year.
Not instant karma.
So he wasn't even expecting it.
Aye.
So he'd get away with that tweet.
Fucking. And somebody had put, now he wants the fire to cease. I thought that
I
is the
know.
perfect joke.
It's so good. It's like when this guy,
Me Luigi, man.
this
Hope he's
legend,
alright.
shot that guy, and all the memes were just so fucking funny. It was like, oh, he died doing what he loved. No getting affordable healthcare in a timely manner. Like, just so, it's just so great. Keep it up,
I
people who
know.
are writing these things, because they honestly give me
know
hope
there's-
for humanity.
There's a real, like, there's some real, like, because my memes went out for a while. My memes kind of went out for a while.
Aye. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't.
They
Maybe we
kind of did.
people stopped paying as much attention to them, I think.
I remember a point where if you were sharing memes, it was like, okay, boomer.
Aye. I won't always share memes. Sorry.
There's a new surge of memes. Spectacular.
Memes are cool
actually.
again.
Memes are cool again, and these people deserve.
They're more aggressive than ever.
There's so many good, like, there's so many funny people out there.
I know.
This is why, like, this always happens to me. I always get into an industry when it's on the decline because people don't need comedians anymore. There's free, funny people.
I know.
Tell me you've laughed at a comedy. This is terrible. By the way, come to Material Girl on Sunday. You can't tell me that you've laughed as hard at a live comedy show than you have in your living room on TikTok. with an algorithm that is tailored
For you.
for you. You don't need to sit through some pish.
Anyway, support live comedy.
But I'm sorry. We're obsolete.
You know. Well, aye.
Everything's obsolete.
We were
anyway.
always obsolete, but
What fucking podcast was I listening to? And they were pure like stand-up comedy. It is like a almost like the way vaudeville is new.
what's
Like,
that?
Vaudeville. Am I saying it right? Vaudeville, like
No.
like
don't.
people on entertainment.
No, don't know what you
Let
mean.
me look up. I can't.
What do you mean, like Laurel and Hardy?
Aye, all that shit. Wait a minute. Vaudeville was like live entertainment, and music halls and all that.
Right.
Hold on. Vaudeville, a theatrical genre of variety entertainment that was popular in US, Canada from the 1880s to the 1930s. Vaudeville shows featured a series of short acts, often including comedians, singers, dancers, jugglers, trained animals, magicians, pantomime, all that pish, right? I know it said comedians there, but like stand-up as we know it
Aye.
is a kinda what's the word I'm searching for?
A dying art?
A dying art, aye.
Do you think?
Not a dying art, but like a antiquated art. There's something antiquated about it. It's no modern.
I don't know what antiquated means.
Antique. Like, it's a thing of the fucking
It's old
past.
school, aye. It's no new.
Aye. Because you can't
No.
even think about it, right?
Annie.
She agrees. She's like, shut the fuck up. You can't get material together quick enough before the world's moved on, for a start.
Aye.
If we were like go up and like what happened, things move on so fast
Aye.
that the way that it used to be, where you would hone until you get a show, come out with your show. Everybody's moved on.
Depends what your show's about, I guess.
Well, if you're talking about like what's happening in the world,
I don't.
references. We've got references in your set
Aye.
that
Aye.
that age really quickly. I don't know. There's just something like
Aye, the age even quicker now because of how
everything just moves on to the
quick.
next thing. Well, look at
Aye.
Trump. Like the amount of mental things he does in the space of like 3 weeks, you can't keep up.
No. Anyway, if you could shoot somebody and get away with it,
Who would it be?
who would it be?
We'll probably get like barred for inciting violence.
All right, okay, right. We'd.
Who would yours be though?
I think.
If you could shoot somebody and get away with it, who would yours be?
What's his name? Andrew Tate.
Oh, aye. Mine's would be that American couple that sells pistachios.
What?
Oh my God, see, this is what I mean. They've bought up all the water supply reserves and not like 60% of the reserves of the water and where the fires are kind of happening,
Right.
right? It used to be public property
How can you buy water?
because they literally lobbied to get the laws changed so that they can buy the water so that they can grow pistachios, which are not even suited for the environment there. They're pure like thirsty plants.
Thirsty plants.
Aye. And the lobby also for like the pro-Israel, and the lobby for like everything that's going on in Gaza. They're kind of like their main competitor for pistachios is Iran. So if there's like fucking like chaos in the Middle East, that suits them, or if like Iran get sanctions put on them and stuff, that suits them, and so they can sell more pistachios and
Aye,
shit.
shoot them.
And they're just like this powerful couple. And by the way, you should see the two of them. Fucking
I think I
gimps,
can imagine.
honestly.
I'd like to take a stab at what they look like, but then that's just me being.
Go then. Wait, I'll thingy them then. I'll put a picture up here as well.
Has she got short hair?
Aye. I'm just gonna type in pistachio couple and see if they come up. Pistachio couple. Aye, straight away.
Let me see them.
No, right. Honestly, try and guess what they look like.
She's got short hair.
Right?
It's blondish.
No.
Snow?
No.
Is it short here? Or shorter?
Short and kind of curly.
Are they really tan?
No. Right, you're way off. Right, look at these two gimps.
Hey.
She used to be an actress.
But I didn't realise they were that old.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I think if I'd have known they were that old,
Yeah.
I would have maybe got one more thing right.
This is a Daily Mail reporting this.
My God.
The wildfires engulfing Los Angeles. Where's your ball? Where's your ball?
Get your
Get
ball.
Annie, where's your ball? Get your ball, get
Yay.
your ball. Engulfing Los Angeles have put an uncomfortable spotlight on two of its richest residents, Stuart and Linda Resnick, agriculture tycoons whose farms guzzle a vital and scarce resource, water. Right, blah, blah, blah. I've told you all the situation. The LA firefighters cannot get a drop of this stuff out of the hydrants. They're powerful and their control of so much water is ridiculous. Blah, 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 blah.
Surely when it's like a national emergency or whatever, surely when it's like an emergency like that,
No.
they should be able to.
No. There's people getting private firefighters. Did you see that guy putting the tweet out? Another fucking guy putting a tweet, that mad rich guy putting a tweet out. I'm going to kill her. Come here. Come here. I'm just petting her.
Come here,
kill
to
her.
pet you.
I'm going to pet her to death. You're getting petted to death. I think she would actually like that.
She would.
Death by pets.
How many pets can one dog take?
It sounds like a mad porno. Like, you know, when they...
What?
I don't know, like... They see how many lassies they see how many guys a lassie can shag in a certain amount of time. Or can be shagged by.
Okay.
Okay,
Susan, weird.
I know, sorry for making that so...
How many wee pets can one doggy take? That sounds like a disgusting porno. Does it?
Right, so this guy put a tweet out. Is there any private firefighters? I will pay any amount. This mad billionaire.
To be honest, I've been avoiding the internet for the past few days.
Have you?
Aye,
I've just kind of embraced the chaos.
I've not been in a good headspace, and I felt avoiding absolutely everything and everyone is the best thing to do right now.
You're right. Do you want to talk about your horrible time you've been having? I don't want to dwell on it. I think,
people who, if you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen, because I was quite open about it on there, but basically I got the results in my genetic testing from a miscarriage, and I don't know why, I just thought it was weird. I think it was weird how it's not that weird, but it felt weird to me, because at the time when I was in the hospital, they said it'll take like 6 to 8 weeks to hear back. And then last Monday, I was just like, I've not heard anything yet. And it's been like 11 or 12 weeks now. So I thought, I'm going to phone the ward and see if they know, like, when I should hear or if they know anything or whatever. And the lassie was pure rude as fuck. And she was like, we don't know. It'll be a consultant and it can take months. Basically hung up me and I was like, all right.
Stupid girl.
And then, like, the post came through the door and I had, like, 2 letters. But I was just about to leave the house to go to Amelia's podcast. I thought, I'll open these letters, and one of them was for the consultant with the like results, and I was just pure, like, I don't know, it was just weird because I know that I hadn't thought about it, but I just had been thinking about it quite a bit that morning. Do you know what I mean? And
such a fucking weird way to find something out. Something is like serious and sad in a letter.
I know in the letter, to be fair to the consultant, she was like, hi, I'm really sorry that you're getting this letter from me, somebody that you've actually never met.
Aye.
And I'm really sorry to tell you, but here's your results. And it basically just said that it was a wee lassie. And she had Turner syndrome, which I was like, I've never heard of that, but I have. But at the time, I was like, I've actually never heard of that. But we've got like a family friend who has Turner syndrome.
Aye.
And I was like, aye. But at the time, I was pure, what's that? And I was like googling it and stuff. And only like 1 to 3% of babies who have Turner syndrome are actually born or are born alive. So it was very slim chance that she was ever going to
be born.
Be born alive. And even if she did, then she would have had quite a few health complications, like heart problems, kidney problems. She could have been deaf. She could have. She'd have been quite smaller than average, and they tend to have a slightly shorter life expectancy than. I mean, you can still live a relatively normal life, and I think when I think about it, like, it wouldn't really have mattered to me, obviously. Do you know what I mean? Like, I would have just, like, it wouldn't have mattered. Like, it would have mattered, but it wouldn't have mattered.
Aye.
I don't know if that even makes any sense. Like,
aye.
Like, I would have just dealt with it and just loved her or whatever anyway. So I think it just pure hit me like a ton of bricks. I think just 'cause whenever I've had a miscarriage before, I've never known the sex
Aye.
of the baby. And I think just knowing it was, I don't know, just made it, like, I think then I'm like picturing, like, I should be 6 months pregnant by now. And I'm thinking, come like April, I would have, like, I don't know, just knowing that it would have been a wee girl just makes it more real, if you know what I mean. Like, what I've lost.
Then you start picturing things.
Aye, it just makes it easier to picture. So while it's kind of nice to know the reason and that and the fact that Turner syndrome, it's not something that I could have done to prevent. It's just something that happens when, like, the egg and the sperm fuse or whatever. It's just by chance. There's no reason it could happen again, or, like, do you know, it's just something that happens. So it's nice to know the reason, but it's also was pure hard to know. It's also been horrible to know, and it just really
dredges everything back up.
Aye,
and gets you thinking about, like, what could have been.
Aye,
and, like, makes it more real.
Aye, I think because then I'm picturing, right, okay, I would have had a daughter, which I would have obviously really loved.
Aye.
So it makes it. I don't know. I think I just expected to hear back and then it'd be like, we don't know.
Aye.
So just to be getting all that information was just a lot to, like, process. And I've just spent kind of every day since being really quite sad and crying all the time. So
it's not new there, am I? Let's be honest. I'm just
you're kind of right.
Crying more than usual.
I think like I really just hit me. Like, I've Well, I went to body pump last Wednesday, but I've not been to I didn't go on Saturday spin, I didn't go on Monday. I just have been so drained and so
Aye.
sad that I don't want to do anything. You know that way? And I'm like, I know it'll pass, and I'll start to feel a bit better soon.
But it's like, it's obviously going to affect you. Do you know what I mean?
I
It
think
can't just be like you get that news and then you're just like, all right, okay.
I think just having the warning of the news
Aye.
coming, and then it just
You
and
can
then
even brace yourself
Aye.
for it.
aye.
It's just like you open a letter and it's like,
It's just all there, and then I had to go and obviously Amelia was like, you could have cancelled, but I was like, no, I felt like it was 5 minutes to go. It just felt like, no, I'll just go and do it. But then I don't know. I think it's
still
really
a wee bit in shock.
I think so. But I see if you listen to Amelia's podcast, I'm breathing like this. Like I'm breathing like an absolute maniac through the whole thing, and it's pure. I was like, I'm so sorry about that, but I think I was literally just trying to
No great.
appear normal and no burst out tears. But I come across like an absolute freak.
It's just like,
it was just a lot. But I do know, at least I know. But at the same time, it's makes it harder. You think, oh, it'll make it easier when you get an answer, but
I mean,
actually,
you just want to know, don't you? You always want to know why things have happened, but even when you find out,
it doesn't
change it.
It doesn't change the fact that it's been that you're sad about it. And I'm actually just a bit more. Know that I would have been less sad if, I don't know, I think just knowing, I think even if it came back and said, oh, it was a boy, I'd still feel more sad than I would if I didn't know. And I don't know, I don't think I'm explaining this right. I think just knowing the sex and picturing, like I can really see clearly what I'm not going to have. Do you know what I mean?
It's not like a vague, because it's very like when you have a miscarriage, it's very like clinical and like the way that you're sent home with like a kit, and it can all seem a bit clinical. But then when you start finding out like details and stuff, it just makes it more.
And I think just cause
makes you think about more actual what you've lost.
And nobody ever like refers to it as like a baby, which is fair enough because it's, you know, a fetus or whatever. It's not a whole baby yet, but it is your, like, for anybody who's had a miscarriage, you know, like it is your baby. Like you know, just you don't think it is like this horrible wee ugly wee thing that's growing. Like you're just picturing like the baby that you're going to meet and the wee person that they're going to grow into and all that. Like it's. Right, Annie, sorry. So I think knowing the sex did pure knock me. So I've just been kind of trying to deal with that.
Which is why we won your last
I
week.
just needed a week because there's no way I could have sat there and spoke about it. I'd have just been sobbing the whole time. But I think like the day, like I was quite good at no greeting her, but I think it is just because I've cried so much that I'm just like, I don't actually have
no more tears left to cry.
No more left to cry the day. The new, like I think
you're like
to replenish the well.
You're like the LA water supply.
But please give me more. I need more tears. And they're like, no, you've had enough.
You're like the Resnicks.
You've been wasting.
You took too much water for the reserves.
My reserves are a bit dry now. Well, it'll fill up again. And my period started last night. So I think just that whole week leading up to my period was due. So I was heightened anyway. I just have had like a pure bally anxiety, and just you wake up and you're like, But
it's good you can talk about it on a podcast that's probably like most of the listeners are lassies, and
Aye.
they'll either know somebody that's been through a similar situation or themselves. Do you know what I mean? So
Aye.
at least
I know.
I think it's nice that you can give a voice to it. Do you know what I mean?
I think it's important for me
Yeah.
anyway. I like to be open about it because
Sorry,
No, you're
you
fine.
talk and I'll try and...
just because there's such a weird kind of stigma about it still, I think. And
I know it's mental.
it's just, that's really sad that women go through it and they don't tell people. And if I had to do that, I don't know. I think I would just
I know, you wonder how...
die
Because
of
things are
sadness.
there's still a stigma the now, but... Fucking back in the day, man.
I
Can you
know.
imagine?
I know.
Like, you wouldn't even be allowed to be sad about it. I think
Wouldn't
people would
even-
just be like, get over it.
I know. Or you maybe wouldn't. I was reading how apparently women wouldn't even tell their husbands out of like fear of being like,
he's going to think I'm defective or something.
like being like left or being thought lessy or whatever and stuff like that. And it's just mental. Well,
Fucking hell.
it's obviously just the world that we live in.
I know.
But I just think, and again, if anybody's been through it and similar, you can always reach out and talk to me. I'm happy to talk to anybody about it. Like genuinely. If it helps anybody to feel, you won't feel better, but you might just feel a bit less.
I think there's like groups and stuff you can go to.
There is, I
Like-
looked up one, because I was like, I never went the first 2 times, and I thought I'm going to go to like a group. But I thought, I don't know, maybe I wasn't looking right, but I felt like the closest one was in Edinburgh, and I thought,
Probably.
fuck that, I'm not driving all the way to Edinburgh when I can greet in the house. Do you know what I mean?
Can't afford the petrol.
Really, I thought, fucking hell, Edinburgh?
Aye, fuck that. But I'll bet you, I'm not going to research this, but I'll bet you there's been like the funding's been fucking cut or something.
Probably. And I'm like, maybe I should start one in my house. Come on. Pure, everybody want to come at mine for a big greet.
There's crying
I'll
clubs
make
in
tea.
Japan.
I saw that's so nice. Crying club.
Aye.
Oh,
Crying parties.
crying parties. I think I'll organise.
You just
one
go
of them.
and cry.
How do you want to come up and cry? I think I think see, because I'm trying to write my show and I wanted to put a bit about it in the show. Not even a bit about it, quite a bit, big bit about it. All 3 of them. And now I'm like, I don't know. That's no funny to me, now. Do you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I think it's good to laugh at everything. Not everybody feels that way, obviously. And now I'm like, I don't know. What like the show's 2 months away.
Aye, but your show's a work in progress at the comedy festival, so
Aye.
anything you're not ready to joke about yet, you might be able to like see get the comedy out of it
Aye, what I'm ready.
when
what
you're
I've got.
doing it at
Aye.
Edinburgh or when you do it as a show somewhere else. Do you know what I mean? It's just
Aye.
a work in progress.
No, I think I'm always ready to like. It's just daft, but like, I don't know. I think it'll be fine. I think because I felt like I'm not up for. I think obviously when you feel sad, you don't want to write a rating. I've not been writing a rating this week,
Aye.
where I'd got into a good routine, you like writing and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. And now I'm just like, I don't want to look at that.
Aye.
I don't want to laugh at that now. So
Aye.
I don't know. A couple of weeks,
Not to
I'll be
compare
alright.
my struggle, but when because I usually talk about dating and stuff, which is just as hard
but maybe even harder.
an experience. I'm joking. But like,
No,
it's like when when you've
downplay
been
your
hurt or
experience.
something, like when somebody rejects you, and you've got all these jokes about like dating and just being a pure sad single sack.
You're like, I need to go out and say these things.
I need to go out and like.
When actually I feel a bit hang me about
I
that the
really
day.
don't want to. I really don't want to do that.
Yeah. But no, I think I'm alright, sorry. That was a bit downer. But I think it's important to be open about it. So not the best start to the year.
No.
I'm not feeling
fucking January, I know.
January is just...
Is it already like a mental minefield?
Aye, it's just like the middle of winter, it's still pure harsh and freezing. There's nothing fun. Everybody's skint.
Aye.
It's... I don't know. Everybody's feeling shite.
Aye. I'd like to go away for January. Disappear.
I'd love to go away right now.
Go
Let's just
somewhere
go
warm.
to the airport
And just write. That's what I'd like to do. I feel I've been writing quite a lot, but I feel just want to hibernate and write.
Aye, I'm right into hibernating now.
I'm just thinking about. We should be hibernating. That's what we should be fucking doing. Instead of like, oh, let's all go out and fucking grind and let's all lose weight, even though it's fucking freezing and you need your fat reserves more than ever to keep you warm. Like, none of it makes any sense.
I know.
Anyway, I was just thinking when I said I wanted to go away, because I've got this pure fantasy about going away to Spain or something and just like having a wee writing like retreat by the pool. But Zara Gladman, fellow comedian, she went away to do some writing.
She tried her best.
Where did she go? Mallorca?
I think so. Aye.
Somewhere in Spain. She's like, I'm going away for a week and I'm going to write, because she was doing her show like the month after. I'm going to write and just like pure, I'm going myself. And I was like, oh my God, I've always wanted to do that.
Dream.
Aye, and then she
wasn't well.
She wasn't well when she was away. She had some sort of fucking flu, COVID type thing. And there's not, mustn't be no well in Spain because they've got the wee sheets, haven't they? And it's like,
aye,
it's just pure cold and there's tiles and
aye. Oh no, you want your fucking
you want
cozy
your house.
Scottish house.
Aye, in the heating on, and
oh.
She was just pure shivering away, and our hotel was pure noisy. There was entertainment on.
That was a pure sin.
Everything went wrong, and I was like, "That's what would happen to me, actually."
Aye. So just stay where you are.
Aye.
Just hibernate here now.
I mean, I've not really got any choice in the matter. It's not as if I've got meeting big bucks to go and fuck off to Spain for a month.
I know we were just laughing about how little money we've got.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I think I've got, what was it, £2.64 or something on my bank account. £2.64. So that'll be good.
£2.64. So it's like I could ring it.
Is
I
it?
feel like you could write a song about that.
£2.64.
Going up the tune and fucking busk for some coin.
All a day, tell jokes.
No, just make a song. £2.64.
Alright, okay.
I don't know, it's got a good ring to it.
I'll just lift the £2.64 at the bank, show it to the people. Like, this is all I've got. This is it. Please help.
When's payday?
For me, February the 4th. Oh, God.
14th of January. Man, don't you gonna die?
I know.
Don't worry, I'll not let you
fine.
die.
I've got plenty of fruit and veg that'll go off in 3 days.
Aye. Freeze it.
I've just I've got loads of stuff in the freezer in the cupboard. So all my bills are paid. It's fine. Be all right.
Aye.
It's all right. I'm just gonna be like my activities. My idea of fun's just going to go to the gym.
Aye.
And watching Better Call Saul in the house.
Aye, that's fine.
That's it for January. Don't invite me anywhere. So I
Also,
can't afford to come.
I'm going to kill this dog. But how long have you done?
1 hour, 3 minutes.
Right. Let's go out of here. Let's get out of here.
Oh, I wanted to mention, I said I would mention Brass Tacks in partnership with Red Bull. If you are a comedian, or if you know any comedians who want to make their Fringe debut this year, are running a really good initiative where they're going to fully fund somebody's Fringe debut run.
Which it would be ideal, wouldn't it?
Amazing.
Where's the
In this
venue?
climate.
Is it Gilded Balloon?
I don't know. I don't think it specifically has to be, no.
Right. I just thought because Katie works for Gilded Balloon.
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I'm sure that would be an option. Who knows?
I don't know. We don't know.
We don't know about that.
Ask Katie.
Ask Katie. Katie Palmer at Brass Tacks Comedy.
Brass Tacks.
Apply. It will be great.
Aye.
Do that. if you want your fringe show funded, or you know somebody who could use that.
Other announcements, Amanda, you've still got some tickets left for your work in progress.
Yeah, I've got 20 something tickets
You
left.
sold your first one out and you've got tickets left for your second one.
It's
so
at
get along to that.
1:50 p.m. on the 15th of March, Saturday, so it's quite early.
That's nice. That's a nice time.
Aye, so come out,
Come out.
have that, go for dinner, or have lunch, have a brunch.
How much are the tickets?
£4 or £3 concession? I won't be asking questions.
What have you got to lose unless you've got £2.64 in your bank account? You can afford a ticket to your show.
I know. I literally can't even afford to buy a ticket in my own show the day.
What else? We've got Material Girl on Sunday.
The 19th.
Amanda's going to walk there because she can't afford petrol.
My petrol is full up. That was one of the last things I spent money on, was filling my tank. So I'll be there in my car.
I've just been stung for nearly 500 quid because my motor failed its MOT.
Devastating.
So I don't even know what the mechanic was talking about.
I know, I just need to take the word for
They
it.
could literally be talking absolute nonsense. They could be making words up.
I'm just like, how much?
Aye.
I don't care how much.
So that's been lovely. What else? Oh, so come at Material Girl on Sunday. Amelia Baylor's headlining.
Yep, and we've also got Maddie Fernando and Ruth Hunter. So it's going to be really nice.
That is a lovely, lovely lineup.
I know. It's going to be such a
I, for one, am looking forward to
nice green room. I mean, it always is, but like,
Aye,
it'll be so fun. Get your January blues, come out and have a nice wee afternoon with us.
Yeah.
And then I need to drive to Edinburgh immediately after. I do the Monkey Barrel shows.
Oh, do you?
Aye.
Oh, well, you'll get some cashola.
Aye.
Or will you?
I've just done a gig all January and I'm going to do 3 in the one day.
That's fine.
It's fine. I think you just need to...
It's better than doing 3 spaced out.
I know. Do you know what?
Get it all done in the wanna.
Boom. It's done.
Aye.
Back into hibernation for another week.
What else? We've got potentially exciting news.
Oh, very exciting news.
We can't really, it's not been confirmed yet.
Nothing's been confirmed.
But let's just say, what we can tell you is we are trying to organise a live podcast show. So I know we do Material Girl every Sunday, which is a stand-up show. But this would be like a live podcast show and we'd have like really cracking guests on. Like, can't even believe that they've agreed to it. But we're pals with them, but they could have just been like, no, your wee tiny podcast, we're not coming on. So we've got the guests confirmed. We're just trying to find a venue and then we're going to do a special live show hopefully for the Glasgow Comedy Festival.
Yeah,
but maybe no that either because registration.
Again,
late.
We don't have a clue really. We do have a show. We just don't know where it is.
Basically, what happened is we're sitting going, we're not doing anything in March for Material Girl. We could do a live podcast show.
Yeah.
Because the usual Sunday show isn't happening. I'll just text this person and see if maybe they would want to be a part of it because they're in Glasgow that month. Expecting them to just say no. And they were like, yeah. And then another person agreed. So we've got all the wheels in motion, but we just got to get the confirmation of a venue.
Just got to finalise the deets.
Yes.
The DTs.
But it'll be a really, really special, nice show. And we don't do live podcast shows.
We did it once. Well, I did it once.
I wouldn't even count that because we organised a live podcast show and then I fucked off on holiday.
And
I got my dates mixed up.
I forget that. So it'll be our first proper live podcast show.
And we're hoping to get it in like quite a nice big venue. Bigger than usual is what I'm saying.
And make it a semi-regular thing.
Aye, we would like to do that. And if we are grinding really.
Aye.
We grind for half an hour and then
we grind
to a halt.
For no money. We grind for free.
Most of the time.
We grind to a halt. It's so real we do. Grind to a halt. So exciting, but
I'm pure excited about it. It's going to be so much fun if we can pull it off.
I know.
Oh, tell everybody about the present actually.
So Christmas morning, I had a gift for my aunt, and on the label it said to Amanda and Susan, and I was sure what the hell's this? And it's a grow your own hairy beaver.
She's a regular listener of the podcast.
Love and look after your very own hairy beaver.
There's been beaver chat before.
So this beaver will be going in the podcast studio. How to care for your hairy beaver. Do you want to know how to care for it?
I don't know.
Soak it for 6 to 8 hours.
That's what I usually do with mine.
Water, cut, and enjoy your beaver. Soak, water, cut, enjoy.
That's amazing.
So we're going to grow our own hairy beaver. It looks quite cute, actually. What will we call it?
We'll put it in the new podcast studio.
For beaver lovers everywhere.
Beaver. What about Beatrice the beaver?
Beatrice?
Aye.
Yeah. What about Bridget?
Bridget's fine, aye.
Bridget's a bit cuter than Beatrice. No offence, Beatrice. Any Beatrice.
Bridget the beaver.
Bridget the beaver.
It's easier to say.
Bridget the hairy beaver.
Wee Bridget.
Yeah, so we're going to grow our own hairy beaver, so we'll update you on Bridget.
Yes.
On a week-by-week basis.
Thanks very much, Pamela.
Yeah.
Your auntie, Pamela.
Yeah.
That gifted us it.
It
Regular
comes-
listener.
Family member
Die
of
hard.
me. I've not actually opened it yet, because I thought I'd wait.
Let's have a look.
Let's just have a wee look at the beaver.
Shows your beaver.
Aww. Obviously, it's not got any hair yet. We need to grow its hair.
Oh, it's a wee Brazilian.
She's got wee teeth.
Oh my god, that's pure cute actually.
I know.
I pure love inanimate objects.
Oh, it's our wee beaver tail. Oh. Right, okay.
Right, we're
We'll
going to go
sort
out.
it out.
Annie has spoken. I need to get her out, I think.
Annie's fuming. Right.
Aye.
Nice to be back.
Yes. Exciting year ahead. Hopefully.
Touch wood.
Before the planet inevitably
Implodes.
or not the planet, but humanity. Humans will be wiped off the face of the earth soon, I'm pretty sure.
All right.
But let's enjoy it well.
But anyway, happy
yeah.
happy 2025. Okay. Bye.
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 Bye.